it's Nicole. So today I wanted to film another Get Ready With Me tutorial, and St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner, so I thought what better a look to do than, you know, a nice greenish, golden-y, beautiful pot of goldy, leprechaun-y look. So anyway, I've already started prepping my skin. I started with my L'Oreal Revitalift, hello, Miracle Blur. This is the original formula and oil-free. This is going to help to really blend out any kind of pores, to fill in any wrinkles and just give you a nice smooth foundation. So that's already on my skin. And I already started my highlighting, as you'll see some product in my hand, using my NYX Cosmetics by Undereye in Light. This is the original formula, so it's not as illuminating as what I normally use, but I really like this for brightening around my eyes and my nose. So I'm a step ahead of you guys, so I kind of technically started getting ready, but then I was like, you know what, let me film something, because it would be really awesome to kind of film something a little more fun. And I've got my like reds and my pinks in my hair, and yeah, so let's just jump back into it. So like I said, I did start kind of highlighting around my eyes, around my nose, and just starting to really brighten. For today, I really wanted to work with my L'Oreal Pro Matte. So the other day we did kind of the Pro Glow Total Cover. This time I'm going to use the Infallible Pro Matte from L'Oreal in the shade Golden Beige. So I'm going to do this with a beauty blender. And I'm going to work this in just from the beauty blender. I'm not going to use a brush this time. I love my Pro Matte. Even though I tend to be a little bit more dry, and normally I'll, you know, kind of grab my Pro Glow and my Total Cover just because I like the dewy finish. But this foundation is great, especially if you just want that kind of like China doll skin. Okay, so now that we have that, I want to try something new. I adore Patrick Star, as I'm sure a lot of you guys do as well. And I love to watch Patrick's videos, all of just the different techniques and everything. And one thing I've noticed is that Patrick likes to take a translucent powder and kind of press it all over himself and just all over the place, and then blends it in later using another, you know, colored full coverage powder. So I'm going to try the Patrick technique today and just kind of like press and bake my face all over. I can't make the face he does when he does it, but it's so funny. Okay, yeah, so I'm just pressing this all over myself and just making a big old giant mess. And now I'm going to start working on my eyeshadows while this just kind of sits there and cooks for a while. And let's see how it works for me. It always looks so good on Patrick, so I was like, I have to try this. I've seen, I think Nikki Tutorials tried it and stuff, so I'm like, all right, let's do this. I'm up for trying anything new, just because I feel like sometimes I get boring and I do the same thing. So let's start priming the eyelids. I'm going to use Urban Decay Anti-Aging, because I just love this stuff so much. And I don't know, I like it. It's just really, it glides on really smooth, and I feel like it does the trick. My eyeshadows will stay in place all day, and if I don't put it on and I just use concealer, I don't know, I just feel like I don't get the same effect. Okay, so for today, I'm going to start off using my Juvia's Place Nubian palette. I feel like this green Egypt is just going to be perfect for St. Paddy's Day. So the first thing I want to do is take, let's see, actually, you know what, let's go into this palette really quickly. I'm going to use my Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette and just use the color Blonde right here to try to set the eyelid before I put any other like colors on. But I'm going to use this MAC brush. This is a 252. This is a limited edition brush, and I'm just going to place the color Blonde all over my lid just to set this shadow primer and also continue to prime it. Okay, so now that we have our eyelids primed using an NYX Cosmetics crease brush, I'm going to go into the color Morocco from the Juvia's Place palette and just start placing that right into my crease line. Trying not to go up too far. I just want to make sure that I use this color to be kind of like a nice contrast to the green. Yeah, if you guys hear noises, I have my windows open today. It's so hot out. And I feel like, you know, everybody and their grandmother has to be out right now because I have my windows open. Okay, so now that the Morocco's on, we're going to go in using the color Madagascar, which is again a more olivey, cool brown. And I'm going to go in with a BH brush and just a little bit beneath where we placed Morocco, start kind of outlining the curve of my eye right in the crease. So I'm just trying to stay as close to the socket line. And just kind of back and forth, building this color for a little bit more depth. We're going to be cutting our lid using that green color Egypt. So it's okay if you go onto your lid space because that's all going to go bye-bye soon. Okay, I'm just going to be blending the two colors together now using my NYX compact to see it, but I'm just kind of taking what's ever left on my brush and blending it into Morocco, that orange color. But yeah, so going back to what inspired me basically to do this for St. Paddy's Day, I know a lot of us joke and say everybody's Irish on St. Paddy's Day, but recently I went onto Ancestry.com. And for any of you that know me or don't know me, I am actually adopted. I have a twin brother and we were both adopted at birth as infants. So I wanted to go through Ancestry to find out a little bit more just about where I come from, what my makeup is. I kind of always knew growing up that I was most likely Italian, and you know, I was told that I was Ecuadorian, but I really don't know too much about my birth family. So I really wanted to find out, you know, as much as I could, especially going through Ancestry. And basically, long story short, they were able to find out more about where my twin and I come from. And it turns out that we are like 22% from Great Britain, in the area of like Ireland and England and all of those areas. And we are also Irish, very much so, as well as Hungarian. And then on the other side of the family, which would be my father's side, my birth father, we are Ecuadorian, Venezuelan. So I'm quite the mixture, but it's amazing because I looked at myself and my adoptive family and always kind of said, yeah, I'm Italian, but I found out that I'm actually a smaller percentage Italian compared to the Irish and the Hungarian, and also French. There's some French in there, and then of course the Venezuelan and Ecuadorian side. So I just thought, like, wow, you know, you always kind of have an idea in your mind of where you are and what you're from. But it was really cool to find out more, and hopefully, you know, through the process, I'll be able to maybe connect with some family. Because again, I don't know my birth family, so it would be kind of cool, but we'll keep you posted on that at a later date. So anyway, jumping back into the tutorial, I'm going to use the color Kenya now, which is that really dark, cool brown, and we are going to focus this on the outside V using that same BH brush and just kind of going right into the V here, making this a nice little smoky area. Because when we cut the lid, we're going to be going mostly about 3/4 of the way in, but I want to focus these colors on the outside to make it smoky. Okay guys, so now we're going to cut the lid and start kind of shaping it. So I'm going to actually use my compact for this, but just watch me. I'm going to take a little bit of MAC Pro Longwear Concealer on a flat brush and just start placing this onto my lid. And just kind of go about, like I said, 3/4 of the way. We're going to be placing that green shadow on top of this, but you just want to kind of make sure, I don't even know if I'm like blocking the camera here, that you just get in there and really cut out the lid. Okay, so now we're going to go into that gorgeous color Egypt and just start slowly placing that onto the area that we have cut out with the concealer. And you're just going to, like I say, just gently press this in. It's okay if you get some fallout because we still have that, you know, translucent powder on our face that we're going to be baking away and dusting away, Patrick Star style. Some more color on here. Okay guys, so now that the green is in there, I don't even know if the camera is doing it justice, you guys. It is such a gorgeous green. It's got like undertones of blue in it, gold, everything. It's just so pretty. But you know, in sticking with that same flat brush, I'm going to take a copper color now, and this is the color Yeah, and I'm going to just press that on the outside corner where we had that smoky color, just to kind of give it a pop of gold. I don't know if you guys can see that. And I'm just going to press that in and just try to blend it into the green a little bit. Okay, so now that we have that all set, let's go back in with that color Kenya. And I'm just going to take that really dark brown and use a small kind of bullet brush. This is from NYX Cosmetics. And I want to start smudging this right under my lash line. And I guess about 3/4 of the way in. Trying to like lean in closer so you guys can see this. If you can see that. And then I want to take that color Morocco, that orange color, on that same brush and just kind of go from the middle to the inner corner. Give it some warmth all the way around the eye. And just to, you know, define underneath without making it too harsh, because we don't want to take away from that green. I actually think I'm going to take some of the Egypt color and go into the corners with a separate brush. But yeah, I am just living for this right now, you guys. I feel like I literally have like a big old cauldron of gold on my face right now with some little green in there too. Okay guys, so now using another small brush from e.l.f. Cosmetics, I'm going to go into that beautiful color Zuri, which is like a champagne-y frosty color, and just press that into the inner corners of my eyes to give it a little bit of a highlight amidst all of the colors that we have going on. And now we're going to start powdering the rest of our face. Alright, so using my Heavenly Luxe brush from IT Cosmetics, I'm just dusting away any of the Laura Mercier powder and just making sure that it's blended really well into my skin. And most of it has. That's why, like I said before, I really love the Laura Mercier translucent powder because it really melts into your skin. So I'm going to now take L'Oreal's Infallible Pro Matte Powder. And I honestly do not know the color. I have not, like, it rubbed off. I can't find the color. I feel like it might be darker than the golden beige, but this is what it looks like, so you can see. And it still has a bit of that yellow undertone, so it may be a little bit darker than I want, but I'm going to use a flat angled brush from IT Cosmetics and just start pressing this on top of the translucent powder, because I've seen, like I said, Patrick Star do this, and he kind of like bakes and bakes, and then he pushes like a full coverage powder on top, or like a setting powder with color. So I'm going to use this. This is like a full coverage matte powder, and I just want to look caked up today because we have these like gorgeous glammed up eyes. So yeah. Alright, so now that we have our powder on and set, I'm going to continue to do concealer and stuff. I think I did it a little differently because I think Patrick Starr does concealer and then does all the baking and everything. But I like my concealer at the very top of all my layers. I just feel like it comes out the brightest that way. So I'm going to use NYX HD Photogenic Concealer in the color Fair, which is definitely light, but I love it. And do my little lines here. And again, I always go in with my fluffy concealer brush and I start that way. Just to, like, you know, spread the product nicely. Always keep it glam. I don't know. Some people hate this look. Oh, that's my dog. My crazy dog, Chewbacca. He barks at his own shadow, you guys. It's so funny. And he barks at kids. Like, kids are harmless. What are they going to do to you? Most kids, anyway. Okay, guys. So, for brows today, I used my NYX Professional, I think it is now, the eyebrow gel in brunette. I love this stuff. It stays with you all day. It really goes on very nicely. I use it with the NYX Cosmetics Build-A-Brow, and this brush I absolutely love. It has these great little ridges to get in between, especially if you don't have a lot of hair. And it just builds the brow literally really nicely. Has a nice spoolie on the end to help you with just kind of blending out and stuff. But I like this a lot. And I have tried the Build-A-Brow as well from NYX Cosmetics. I ran out of it, and that product I really love too. So I did that. And then for eyeliner today, I actually used another L'Oreal product. This is the L'Oreal Super Slim Liner, and it's basically your typical ink pen liner, but it's not super stiff, so it's nice to get in there and really build up a nice wing. I went more long and dramatic today because I think it calls for it with the look. So yeah, but let's get into our contour. I'm going to use my staple NYX Cosmetics, my Sculpted Face, and take my Real Techniques contouring brush and just again mix the 4 shades till I get the desired color that I like. And start contouring out my cheekbones. Again, sucking in and going right into the hollow of my cheek. And again, I'm going to go into my jawline. I kind of go like right on the jaw itself and then right underneath a little bit too to create a shadow. Okay, now I'm going to dust away my bake using again that L'Oreal powder and the flat brush. Okay, and I know that we've already contoured, but I'm again going to use my NYX Matte Bronzer in a Duo Fiber brush from e.l.f. and just kind of go in now where the contour line is, but slightly above it, right on the cheekbone. And just kind of blend the contour, but then go slightly above it to add some warmth to the skin. Now moving on to highlight, we are going to use our Opal from Becca Cosmetics, but I'm going to de-powder a little. I'm super powdered up, so I'm going to take my Badescu spray and spray this, and then while this is kind of drying, set with a little bit of a highlight. That was a little excessive, I'm not gonna lie. But it smells so freaking good. It makes you just like want a nice cold glass of green tea, like a mango green tea. And it feels amazing. Oh my God, I love it. I'm going to start placing my highlight right on tops of my cheekbones. And then also come across my brow bone here, like right at the arch of my brow. Okay guys, so now that we are like literally blinding everybody with our highlighter, I'm going to put on some blush. And for today, I really love the color Rapture from Urban Decay. This is the Afterglow blush. Let me try that again. And it's a beautiful kind of plum color. So to warm this up just a little bit and add a little bit more tone, because I'm a big fan of mixing, I'm going to take a little bit of Bye Bye blush from NYX Cosmetics in Naturally Pretty and kind of blend the two colors to make more of a custom, because the Urban Decay color is beautiful. It's just very deep, and I feel like it might be a little too deep for the colors we're doing. But I'm going to press this on in the apples, and then just kind of pull it up into my cheekbone at the end. There we go. Gorgeous, darlings, gorgeous. And this blush is beautiful from Urban because it's really a long wear. It stains the cheeks, I think. It claims to last about 8 hours. I love it, and I find it doesn't bleed into like skin tones either, because sometimes you put on a blush and then you find like within minutes or hours your natural kind of flush comes out, and then it just looks like you've had way too much wine, which I guess would be fitting for St. Patrick's Day. But this I really love because it just stays in place, and it's gorgeous, and it has a glow to it. And it's just stunning, darlings. So there you are. Now I'm going to start curling my lashes using my Tweezerman Rose Gold Tweezer. Absolutely love this. It just gets right in there and pumps up your lashes. Oh, if I could find my mascara, all would be well with the world. Here it is. I'm going to be using Maybelline's Lash Sensational. And this is, I think, Luscious. Yeah, this is the Luscious. I don't know if there's more than one kind, but I've been using this one the last few days and I really love it. Yeah, it's a great brush too. And this is very black. And that is my dog again. Alright everybody, so this is the completed look. Really quick, as far as the lips go, I was actually going to go with a more kind of bronzy and warm tone lip. But the color that I picked out that I actually purchased online, let's see if I have it here. It is called Brooklyn Thorn from NYX Cosmetics, and online it kind of looked a little bit more bronzy, but when I actually tried it on, it's almost like a grayish, plummy, just real earthy brown, but just cool toned. And so I topped it off with the liquid lipstick that matches and a little bit of studded lipstick from Urban Decay. So it's a little bit different, got some warm up here and some cool down here, but I don't hate it. So anyway, if you guys want to add like some clovers and fun stuff for St. Paddy's Day, that is awesome, especially if you're going to be going out. I know for myself, I'll probably be home with my kids, just cooking my, you know, corned beef and cabbage and making some homemade soda bread. But I really hope you guys enjoy your St. Patrick's Day. I hope that you love this look. Please comment, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, let me know that you're out there. I would love to connect with you guys. You can find me on Instagram and Snapchat, and all of the information will be linked down below, along with the description of the products that I used. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I look forward to doing many more for you. Thank you for watching.